As soon as you sat down, they were handing you a warm towel to wipe your hands, wipe your face. They would come right around immediately and pick towels up. And the one thing that I noticed was that the flight attendants, they had certain groups that they worked with. So they weren't working with huge sections of people. So they could be very attentive very quickly.
Oh, I love all of this. This is
It
real good tea.
it was phenomenal.
So,
And
go
ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
no. Mm-mm.
As soon as we took off and got to the altitude that they needed to get to for serving, they came around. They had already given us menus. And when I tell you the menu, even for premium class, it was food like you would get in a top Michelin restaurant.
Yes.
It was just, and when they come around, they get your order. They take your order on an iPad, on an iPhone, like a little phone.
Yes.
They take your order, come around, serve you. They serve you on real silverware, real plates, real glasses. Nothing is plastic.
Help today.
Nothing is plastic.
They're not playing with you.
No, they are not. So, yes, they're pricier, but there's a reason why they're pricier. Yes. Because it is top of the line. Okay. Top of the line. I don't know how to go back to a regular flight. I honestly don't. Not even going to first class. Premium economy beat first class in a regular flight.
Got you. Now, I don't want to rush it because we can talk all day about Emirates.
I know.
I want to get to the juice. So when you got off the plane, did y'all just go head straight to, what was your first thought when you got off the plane? Just to sum it up real quick.
We went straight to the hotel because it was late. Our flight had been delayed. So it was pretty late that night.
Yeah.
We went straight to Raffles.
And then how was that? So when you walked into Raffles and walked into your bedroom, what came through you? What went over you?
Not even walking into it, pulling up to Raffles. The pyramid shape, the guys standing outside in their uniforms.
Yes.
The doors open and it is Christmas everywhere. It was gorgeous. The smell that hits you when you walk into that hotel. I don't know what the smell was, but it was so calming, so relaxing, and it smelled so good. Got to the counter, check-in process was super easy. We get up to our room, which I am so glad I splurged on that diplomatic suite.
Come on now.
Because when we opened the door, now they took our luggage, they brought our luggage up. When we opened the door, the curtains automatically opened so that we could see the city view. And
oh my goodness,
it's hard to get a smile out of my husband, and all he could do was smile.
Yay!
All he could do was smile.
Jackpot.
That city view was everything he was wanting.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Everything. The balcony, it wrapped all the way from the living room all the way around to our bedroom. It was huge.
And just to give y'all listeners a quick insight, this is probably close to a 3,000 square foot suite, or maybe 22 to 3,000 square foot.
Yeah, I would say so. It was massive. I thought that my daughter would sleep on a pull-out sofa. No, they had a twin size bed in there made up for her.
Oh,
they did. And they had this big fruit tray on the counter, on the table.
I remember you text me.
And it was, this was the fruit tray that had the fruit, like the apples, the oranges, the grapes, the banana. But then our doorbell rang. Yes, they have a doorbell to each room. The doorbell rings, and it's our butler coming in with a fresh fruit platter. He said because we had arrived so late, he wanted to make sure we had something refreshing.
Oh my goodness, girl! You just, we might have to do a part 2 with you so that we can get some juice. We might,
because it's gonna be hard to get through everything.
Yes.
So we got that, but we were still really hungry, so we ordered room service. And room service, that was the quickest room service we had ever had anywhere. It came in less than 30 minutes. And when I tell you, that food was so good, we ordered room service on multiple occasions.
I bet y'all did. And then what was your daughter's oh my God moment? Like the whole trip. Which one?
Her oh my God moment was probably, oh, there were so many.
Well, her first,
I
yeah.
think that the jet skis.
Oh,
I think she was really looking forward to the jet skis
and yeah,
and to seeing her dad's reaction because it was his birthday trip. Seeing
yes.
her dad's reaction made her really happy.
And then he was turning 50, right?
Yes,
Okay.
50.
And then how old is she?
She is 16.
Good. See, the listeners are
Mm-hmm.
in. They're gonna be
Mm-hmm.
in. Okay, so the best splurge. I think you already told us, but the best splurge that was totally worth it.
The best splurge that was totally worth it. And upgrading on the way back.
I know. I thought you was gonna say that.
When we were able to upgrade to business class.
Oh, I saw the picture and I was like, "That's the way
And
to sleep."
that is a totally different experience from premium economy.
Yeah.
I had lobster with caviar.
Mm.
There's the lounge that's up there that you can go hang out with a full bar and a bartender.
Mm, mm,
The
mm.
seat reclined all the way to a bed. They came around and put little mattresses down.
Mm.
It was my daughter and I just stared at each other. We literally stared at each other for probably 5 minutes. Like, are we seriously up here? Are we seriously
Yes.
in these seats?
I love it. Oh, you're just making this
Yes.
so magical. I'm definitely going to do a part two. I'm just going to get the basics done, but I'm going to do
Okay.
because I don't want to take your time. Most memorable meal. I think we talked about this. I have the text pulled up.
The
And
most memorable meal, I would say, I would say Madness.
yes.
It was a restaurant that my husband found. I don't know if he went to Yelp. I'm not sure, but it's called Madness, and they have several of them in
Hmm.
Dubai. I think there's one in the Dubai Mall,
Okay.
but we went to one that was off the beaten path. But Madness is a restaurant slash little club bar. We got there when it opened at noon that day, and no one else was in there, but the theme of it is kind of like a Joker type thing where they have mask on. All the
Hmm.
drinks can come with the dry ice effect, and when he would bring our food, he would have a mask on and he would be going wow. It was just, and the food was delicious, and the food was, it was Americanized. We had wings, we had fries, um, just ordinary food, but it was delicious.
I love
It was
that.
so good. I wanted to go back, and we weren't able to get back to it.
And you showed me a picture of the drinks. It looks like it had dry ice to make it foam up.
It did, and it was a mocktail. They do have a bar, but those were mocktails.
Oh.
It was my husband's drink, and it was a um cotton candy on top of like a strawberry type Sprite drink,
Yes.
and he poured the Sprite on top of the cotton candy that melted it down, and
Mm-hmm.
it was really sweet, but it was really good.
Oh, I just
But madness is a must. You have to go for the experience.
okay. And then tell us
Hmm.
about any service. I know you talked about raffles. I might skip that one. But did they go out their way other than the food or the butler? Did they do something else that wowed you at raffles?
Absolutely. On my husband's birthday, when we got back to the room that night, they had completely decorated the living room area.
Good.
They had roses, they had a cake. The roses spelled out 50. They had put happy birthday on the plate with the cake. They had roses all around the table in the area. It was just so, they thought about everything.
They're
They
good.
just thought about everything.
They're my
They are
favorite.
good.
They're my favorite go
They
to.
are good.
I got to convince
I,
about two women to do this resort.
they need to do it. They
Oh,
need to do it. It may not be in the heart of the city, but
mm-hmm.
it's really close. A
Gotcha.
quick, like, $6 taxi ride.
That's it. Uh huh.
That's it.
And for that luxury, you can't beat that. You know, for
You
that
can
that
I don't think
service.
so. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think so.
And
Because it was perfect.
for families wanting to do Dubai luxury style, what is your top tip?
I would say absolutely book at the raffles.
Okay.
Absolutely book at the raffles. Um, go to the Burj, the tallest building, because that wasn't one of our initial excursions. But when we got to the mall and they had the ticket set up and it's connected to the mall, it was amazing to be up 148 stories or floors high, looking out over the city. You're looking at the top of other buildings that are super tall. And the pictures, if you're Instagram and you're all about posting and getting that best shot, you have to do the Burj Khalifa. You have to.
And that was the next question, so you answered that one. And what surprised you most about the luxury in Dubai? What surprised you, meaning?
The cleanliness.
Okay, that's what everybody says.
The cleanliness, the bathrooms in the malls and in other public places. It's strange to say, but you could probably eat off of their bathroom floor. They have someone stationed in those bathrooms at all times. You know how you wash your hands and water splashes?
Yeah.
This person comes behind you and wipes the water. Every person. They come behind them. And that smell, the smell that I got from walking into the raffles, that smell carried over to a lot of the public places.
Isn't that something?
Like the bathrooms and everywhere had these wonderful scents when you walked in.
Wow, that's some levels right there. That's some that's some luxury levels.
Yes.
I never think about that when you're traveling and you're doing luxury. You're just the smells need to match it. Need to match the visuals. Okay.
Absolutely. And I would also say the people. The people were very, very thankful. Like, we're used to thanking people when they're servicing us. They thanked us. It was like a competition. We would say thank you, and they'd be like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, I don't know what to say anymore, because you're serving us. We should be saying thank you to you, but you're saying thank you because we're here being serviced by you.
And you know what? Another client said the same thing. It was hard to give them tips. It was hard to dote on them, to really appreciate them. And they were just like, no, we do this. This is what we do.
There were not many places, many restaurants that had a tip option on the ticket.
Right.
There were not.
Yeah. And so the most funniest family moment.
Other
than the one you text me about.
I don't even remember what that one was.
That was the yacht. And you said,
when they fell asleep.
And I thought you were talking about the crew. I thought you was talking about the actual crew. And I said, oh no, ma'am.
One of the funniest family moments was when several guys looked at my husband and they were like, why are you angry? What did I do to make you mad? And he was like, I'm not mad. He had like a resting bee face. And they were like, why aren't you smiling, Orange? Why do you look so angry? And he was like, but I'm not. And I think it was just like because he's a big black guy. And it was just like his demeanor. And they were like, why are you so angry? So my daughter and I, we found that so funny that like three different times he was told.
Yeah.
So that had to be the funniest, probably, family outside of me laughing at them falling asleep on the yacht.
And I mean,
how do you fall asleep on the yacht? How do you fall asleep?
And you know me, I'm 24/7. So when you text me that, I'm like, first of all, they were late, and then they've had the nerve to fall asleep on my client while the boat is. No. And that's when you said, no, my husband and my daughter. So I was like, oh, girl, I was texting people.
No.
Now, what would one thing you would definitely copy, and we're almost done, from your hotel room to your house? Because I always go to hotel rooms and I'll be like, I want this table, or I want the mattress.
Let's see. The blinds and stuff opening automatically.
Yeah.
And the lighting system, because there was mood lights and there was where you could turn all the lights off or have some on. And a balcony with that view.
I know. Gosh. Look, we'll have to put up a green screen outside your house
Right,
with that view.
right. I mean, I did not want to leave Dubai. I did not want to leave. I didn't.
Would you do it like this again? Because you know there's some other ones. I don't think they have the service of, I told you about that earlier, of
Hmm.
raffles, but they definitely have that luxury touch. But no one can seem to beat raffles, no
I
matter.
don't think anybody can beat raffles. If I were to go to Dubai again, I would like to go on a girls' trip,
Mm-hmm.
and it would not be the luxurious. It would be more fun.
Okay, I got you. You know I
The
got you on that.
fun. I would want to do one of the lounges in this up high, like
Yes. Mm-hmm.
the pool
I'm
parties
gonna
up
send
high.
you.
I would like to do one of those with just my girls.
Well, I'm gonna send you those options soon as we hang up because that's what I do. I send you to the party, and so it's nonstop beach party clubs and all of
Yes.
that. What's your trust me on this trip? Trust me on this. I think you already said it, but like you know how you talking to somebody, you like, look, trust me on this, which I think is the raffles. If you're pushing it,
Raffles.
yeah,
If you're teetering between raffles and somewhere else, I would absolutely say trust me.
okay.
Trust me, you will enjoy it. It is top tier. Food is amazing, and I will tell you the cost of the room service
Mm-hmm.
was not overly expensive because I've been to a hotel in Miami. I think I told you about it. I've been to a hotel
Yes.
in Miami
Mm-hmm.
where one meal cost half of what I paid for all of our meals at
Mm.
Raffles.
Got you. And so you saw the plus of that
I
budget. Okay.
absolutely did.
And
Absolutely.
we're almost done. I promise for the first half of this, because I it's some stuff you got to tell me.
Yeah,
Paint
because
us.
I've written down a whole lot.
Yeah. So maybe tonight we'll do part two.
Okay.
Paint us a picture of that private yacht moment, which we talked about a little bit. But what was that memorable moment that it's his hubby's birthday. So when did he get it? Like, oh, this is what's up.
So my daughter spoiled it before we left.
Oh no.
She thought he knew, and she told him about. She was talking about her clothes, and she told him about this outfit is for the yacht, and he was like, "We're going on a yacht," and she felt so bad that she had spoiled it,
Aww.
but it was okay. I would say when we walked up to the yacht, because you never know if it's truly a yacht or if it's just a small tiny boat.
Got you.
Well, it was a yacht that could accommodate 10 to probably 15 people. And it was just
Mm.
three of us and the staff. Um, so when he saw it, because I think in his mind he thought, okay, they're saying yacht, but it's just a little boat. When he saw it, again, just a big smile. And I told him, I said, we're going to live the Jay-Z and Beyonce life for just a little while.
Right? Let's do it.
Just a little while, because you deserve this. You give and give and give. You deserve this. So as we were pulling out and we're seeing that part of the city in the background, and he's sitting there and he's just staring out at it, and then he pulls his phone out and he starts taking pictures, and he sits there and he's just like in amazement.
Oh.
Like, I really can't believe I'm in Dubai on a private yacht with my family.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
a shock. It was a shock factor.
See, you giving all the you making me feel like I was right there. The Fountain View dinner. I know we had some oops on that one. But go into that because people need to know the hype. You know.
Okay. So that was Tap House.
Okay.
And the view was wonderful. Where we were sitting, we were on the first floor, like on the little balcony area,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a smoking area, which I did not realize. My husband and my daughter do not like being around cigarette smoke.
Oh, I don't either.
So
Okay.
it was very hard on them in the beginning. But the light show came on. The Burj Khalifa was right there with everything projected on it. Beautiful scenery. The food, I would have to say, was our least favorite
Okay.
place that we ate. And I went there because they love lamb chops, and I heard they had great lamb chops.
Right. I
My
think I
husband
put that
said the
in.
lamb chops were okay. They
Mm-hmm.
weren't terrible. They were just okay. My daughter didn't even get them. She got a steak,
Okay.
but she did like her steak. Um, so the view made it worth it.
Got
but
you.
it was very pricey. It was a you paid a lot for that view.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was pricey.
I've heard different. Okay, that's good to know.
And maybe it was
I
because
will
of what we got. I don't know. Maybe.
maybe, yeah. But you know
Hmm.
what? This is all good information. The sweetest thing your husband said during the birthday celebrations.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I like that.
Yep. Thank you so much.
That's so sweet. And the smile. And the smile.
And the
Because
smile.
that's big enough. That's enough.
He gave me his award winning smile.
I know. Did Dubai
Mhm.
exceed your birthday of his expectations or yours?
I absolutely
Okay.
think that it did
Okay.
because, like I told you, my husband is not a beach person. He's a big city person.
Yes.
So, getting to experience that big city life,
Men
he
love it.
loved it.
Hmm.
The Dubai Mall captured his whole heart. He probably could have spent every moment that we had free walking around that mall because that second day we were there, the day after we arrived, we went to that mall and stayed a solid 8, 9 hours.
And tell them it's attached to raffles. Is that, yeah.
Not that one.
Okay, not
Dubai
that one.
Mall is not. Wafi Mall is attached to Raffles.
Okay.
Now, Wafi Mall is a high end mall, but to me, it's more for the locals, like their local traditional wear.
Mm.
We didn't walk around the entire mall, so I don't know what all it had.
Mm-hmm.
But the Dubai Mall, which is one of the biggest malls in the world,
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh.
It's huge.
I can't even. We did not see a quarter of that mall, and we were there the entire day.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, somebody
It
told me
is
it's like 100.
massive.
They felt like it was 100 gallerias, the Houston Galleria.
Yes, it is massive and crazy and everything. I would say you can see just about everything at the aquarium without going into the aquarium.
Got you. Because it's, oh, you didn't even, that's what people were saying
You
about
didn't
the
you
excursion.
didn't have to, yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
need to buy tickets to go to the aquarium because the going into the aquarium was just walking through the middle section
Got you.
where the rest was on the outside where you can walk by and see it.
That's what someone said. It was like, why buy the tickets for this? They were.
Exactly.
I was like, okay, I won't tell her to do that. And then did you end up doing Abu Dhabi?
We did not make it to the mosque.
Okay. Okay.
So that is perfect reason for me to return.
Okay. It's so beautiful. And then my last question that I always ask for now for part one: how could I have made this trip even more special for you all, minus the ground transportation? I really, really am gonna sort out somebody else because of what they did.
I have no idea what you could have done any differently, to be honest. It was everything I talked about when we first linked up. I told you I wanted high end, luxury, pretty much bougie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was all of that plus
Yeah.
some.
Plus,
So I just don't think there was anything else outside of maybe finding another restaurant for his birthday.
right. I sent you a
But
few options, but it's kind of hard
mhm,
from this end
it
to
is.
see what's good. The Burj Al Arab was my next suggestion,
Mhm.
but they had closed the restaurant that I would have sent y'all to. That's why it
Oh,
was
okay.
all gold. Everything is plated in gold or gold,
Oh, wow.
and they make your drinks 2 weeks prior to your arrival, so you have to have your menu ready because it takes them 2 weeks to make it. It's not something you,
That's crazy.
yes. And so I was looking for it and looking for it and went to, I could not find it. And they said when I looked, finally found the name of it, they said it had closed, permanently closed. So that was,
Well, we'll have to absolutely talk about their Uber situation
yes.
because I got in some of the fanciest cars over there.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Their their Ubers are on another level.
That's what I keep hearing. And like
I
I say,
mean, BMWs, Mercedes, like, and they look brand new.
yeah, yeah, they are
And
swimming
they
in
had the
money.
smells. They had the
Yes.
smell inside the Uber.
Get out. We
Yes.
gotta find out what this smell is.
It was like everywhere you went, it had that unique smell.
We're gonna find it.
Hmm.
Well, look, we're gonna find it And when we do,
Bring it.
we're gonna
Bring it
sell it.
home.
We're gonna bring it home, and I'm gonna sell it on the website. I'm gonna say, get y'all Dubai smell before you get there.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I also have to talk about our personal driver that we found for one day.
Oh yes,
That took us off the beaten path. So I would suggest, if you can find someone that speaks really good English that can take you around to different places, it's gonna be safe. My daughter was scared in the beginning, but it's going to be safe because we found this person at the mall when we were going to get a taxi, but the taxi line was so long.
tell them how safe it is before we wrap, because I think,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh. I would have felt safe with her walking the mall. I would have felt safe with her if she had to go to like a store down the street.
mm-hmm.
I dropped my bracelet on the yacht, my diamond bracelet,
Mm.
and one of the guys was like, "Ma'am, is this yours?"
Mm.
And because I would have never known where I dropped it.
Right, no one knows.
And he said, "Is this yours?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, it is."
And you're like, do you see the diamonds, sir?
Yeah.
You don't, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If this was America, I would have never
I
known.
would not have gotten that bracelet, and I would not have known where I lost it.
Oh my God! Even went back to backtrack, you wouldn't have been there.
Mm. No. So it is extremely safe, extremely clean, and very accommodating. And they want you there.
Yeah, they're very
They
welcoming.
want you there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I will leave you with this before we go to part 2 later on. Dubai switched their whole thing from oil and gas to tourism back in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And they have been perfecting and perfecting and perfecting this thing where it's cheaper to go to Dubai, believe it or not, for 3 nights on the ground than Vegas.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't doubt that at all.
And people don't believe me, and I'm like, no, like, you would be a 4-day trip, like sleep on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get up. When you get there, party all night.
Party all night.
Sleep in the morning a little bit. Party from the middle of the day to the night again. You got 2 more nights, and then you head back home. You're gonna hit a price point depending on how you travel to Vegas.
Absolutely. It could be done a lot less than what I paid. I just had a particular vision.
Oh yeah, but I
had a vision and I wanted to stay longer.
I love that. Because most people say, I wish I would have stayed longer. And I'm like, well, I got a client that's staying longer. And I'm so happy you took the time to tell us how that experience was. You had time to embrace it and do a whole lot of stuff, and too much stuff to where we're going to have to talk tonight about the juicy details.
Yes, there's a Jamaican restaurant I need to tell you about too.
Yeah, see, y'all better stay tuned. Fresh off the jet. And that's another episode. Thank you so much. And stay on the line. I'm going to pause